Um, Getting into the latest, obviously, Gary Russell Jr. had lots of things to say about your son and the fight. What's your thoughts on that? A lot of people's different opinions. Uh, People say, hey, you guys should stick together because you're around the area. There shouldn't be no jealousy. Others say, hey, these are the best of the best in the area. And, it's just competitiveness. What would you have to say?
Um, yeah, I don't really want to talk too much on it. I said something the other day, but you can have your opinion, you know what I'm saying? But you got guys that, add a little bit extra mustard and ketchup, or, add a little comment saying little taking shots for no reason. It's something else hidden behind that. So, it's uncalled for, especially if you're supposed to be cool with somebody. I ain't taking no shots at nobody that I say I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you live and you learn. People are different and they're not you. So I know that. So I can't control what nobody think, what they say, and I don't let it bother me too much. But sometimes you address and say, okay, note it. I know where you stand, saying it's okay, it's cool. Thanks for letting me know where you stand at. It's that way, what I'm saying? Always been cool with them, what I'm saying? So it was kind of like caught off guard a little bit because I wouldn't expect them to say something, along them lines. But it's all good. I'm not worried about anything like that.
I mean, what about just the fight itself? Is that something that you see you guys entertaining? Gary Russell Jr. fight. He said win, lose, draw, get knocked out in the first round. He wants to fight you guys next.
Of course, we're a champion, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
um ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm not gonna focus on no fight anybody other than Tank. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
not thinking about nobody else at all.
Is it
So
realistic though, Coach?
um
He has a big layoff, but he also is a former champion with a name. Is it a step forward? Is it a step backwards? I mean, obviously we can't. I don't know why we going so ahead of it because you have such a huge fight in front of you. But in the same time, this is obviously news that was broken not too long ago.
yeah, man, like I said, I can't jump. I'm not gonna jump ahead and think about any other fight than Gervonta Davis, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just really my mindset. Gary is coaching his brothers right now, and hopefully, he gets them to world title contention and get them over the hump and bring more champions to the area. Because I'm a big area supporter. So, regardless what he say, what I'm saying, or do, I'm going to support the area. That not going to deter me from that. But Gary's inactive. I don't know where his career at right now. He talk is talk. Gary, let's call a spade a spade. He's 36 years old. Be 37 next year. Um, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know where his career at to be gonna fight. So I'm not focused on that. I'm just focused on Gervonta Davis.
We talk about area fights. We were just talking earlier with a different panel. Do you feel like it was being? I know you and I did talk. Possibly, it's held in Houston, probably because of the Charlos. But we were just talking earlier more because is it more like they didn't want no fights in the area because of the rivalry?
Yeah, I mean, look, they the A
What's your
side,
assumption?
man. They the A side, so they control where the fight at. If we don't, so we would have loved for it to be in the area. Um, in the DMV could have been in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? But it could have been a Capital One, um, which I think would have done huge, huge numbers. But they had their reasons why they did it or why it's in Houston, so that's where we gotta go, man. But
And
fights,
they
fights,
said,
can fights can break out. Fights can break out anyway, because it's gonna be a lot of people in Houston as well.
yeah,
There's gonna be a
I
lot of
felt
people in
like
Houston.
I was telling Mill, I felt like if they had to fight here, something definitely would happen. Just all just the Baltimore and Washington rival. I remember when Rockman won. When Rockman won the fighter, oh my goodness, I couldn't stand that. We was hearing that for about 2, 3 years. Even when he came back, got knocked out, they still was high on that, man.
Yeah, it's a little rival, but you know, what I'm saying it. You know, maybe we could change that narrative. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They see two kids come up from the amateurs competing against each other, and the amateurs now fight on the biggest stage. Uh, could have been, you know, different level of respect for both. Making it happen, champion versus champion. You know, in the area where they both came from. You know what I'm saying? So. Um, you never know, you know what I'm saying? But I could see some chaos breaking out here and there, you know, especially when you got alcohol involved.
You guys starting to feel? Obviously it's so soon, right? But you know, this fight kind of woke up Gary Russell Jr., right? So like, has the lights hit yet? Like, has you feel something different in this fight already that you haven't felt in other fights? And we're not even in November.
Mm.
Yeah, we not in November. I mean, it's different levels. Like everybody coming out, you know what I'm saying? People revealing themselves. That's all I see, you know what I'm saying? But we've been on big fights, you know what I'm saying? Of course, this the biggest, but we've been in the big stage before, you know. You know, what we done to get the belt was not an easy task, you know what I'm saying? We coming in as a free agent on the B side against a champion from PBC. Um, it taught us something. It taught us something when we went after Jamil. So, you know, we've been in this position. So we're kind of used to it, you know what I'm
That's
saying? So
that's what I want to ask you too. When y'all fought Jamil, right? If y'all would have won that fight, y'all would have had to fight Shakur next.
I don't know who was ranked at that time, because that was the WBO. So
Yeah,
um I don't know
Jamil
who
Hearn
I
fought
don't know. I
Shakur.
don't know. I don't know who was it was Shakur was 26 at that time or 30 at that time because that was like 5 years ago. So I don't know. I don't think he was in
He was
line. I don't
130.
recall.
Yeah, because they fought
Yeah, I don't.
Jamil Hearn and Shakur fought next after Jamil Hearn beat Lamont.
No, they didn't. They fought a
They
couple of
didn't.
years later. No,
I thought it was his next fight.
he fought. He fought Jonathan Aquindle next, and then he fought Kyle
Oh,
Frampton, and then he fought
okay.
3 fights later.
Oh.
He fought Shakur like 3 fights later. So I don't recall that. So I doubt it because I don't recall anything coming up about that.
Oh, okay.